tasted the fresh water of our lakes, our rivers. You've been on the water with friends at sunrise and helped the locals long past sunset. But you just keep coming back. At this spot, you got a pretty good idea what's lurking beneath the surface. But there's only one way to find out. Whether it's the one you write home about or the one that gets away, that feeling is what gets you hooked. That whether it's your first time or your 100th time, you never know.
Hello again, Richard. My stream just crashed because the dang game froze again. I thought they fixed the game crashing. They stuck. I'm still going for that sunfish, man. I'm being a bullhead trying to go for it, but they stuck me in a night peak. I went in there and caught, even on a bad peak, I want to say 8 to 10 fish in a row on a jig. And then I was trying to leave the main menu and to go to another map real quick to get the time to change. Boy, that's so annoying that you can't change time on here. Okay, let's see if this stays here. That'd be great if it did. Noon. Stay at noon. Okay, now hold on. Now can I go to options? Multiplayer. I'm going to turn multiplayer off for a little bit, Richard, just to see if I can get my time locked in here. You're in a morning peak. I'm at noon. Let's see if it changes. If not, I'll turn multiplayer back on. If you want to join me, you can. I'm bound determined to catch this thing, boys. But, man, it's getting frustrating. I ain't going to lie. It's starting to get a little bit annoying here. Guys shouldn't be getting stuck. Yep. I'm trying to get my time so it doesn't change, accelerated in other words. But man, I had these things dialed in yesterday. I was going to tell you too, Richard, if you didn't watch what I was doing in that, with the various speed changes and stuff, I am running the little tube on this. If you get a really bad bite rate and you get sick of staring at your bobber, not this one. Not that rod, boys. I'm just running the number 9 with the tube. The small tube. Yeah, this one's frustrating me. I'm not gonna lie, fellas. I'll keep a good attitude through it, but if anything, they definitely need to make this a little easier for the guys, cause good grief. But yeah, I'm running the number 9. If you struggle with your baits, at least try it. I caught so many silver. I was even catching a gold ranked perch with this thing. I don't know if you watched that stream from yesterday, but anyways, if your bait goes slow on you, at least worth a try. But I was on a tear with it yesterday, so I'm hoping, if you just go catch enough of them, is it going to cycle through or not, man? That's what I'm hoping. But I mean, look at, oh, are you serious, bro? What is this? Come on, angler. That's my .88. .90 is a gold. .90 is a gold. That's a lucky number though, fellas, 88. As you well know, I am Road Warrior 88, so. Good grief. I know. I'm telling you, it's worse than the Volgazander. Worse than the Volgazander, boys. By far. Man. That's funny. I thought I had it, fellas. I thought I had this guy. Wow, I go from really close to so far away. Yeah, .88. For sure. Well, I'm trying to... I mean, does it just spawn in one spot and you have a, like 3.6 seconds to catch it, or what's the deal? There's something that's off with this mission. It's so crazy. I just said that a second ago. I'll mess with it up here before, because it almost makes me think like that bourbon one was glitched out where I caught it at that lower lake that Cheshire guy had told me. It makes me wonder. Oh, let me go try it, Richard. I'll do it. What the hell? All right, boys. How far is that run? That ain't far. This guy can run. Run like the wind blows. I'll try it for a few, boys. What else? It's not like we're over here slaying gold ring sunfish. We're silver slayers, boys. I mean, 0.88. Pretty much the biggest silver possible. Maybe the guy's in this little lake down here. Stand up here on this lucky rock. Is there even any fish in here? I think there'd be a few tadpoles or something. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it won't let me cast this far down? Oh, that's funny. That would have been a perfect spot to get one. Hold on, boys. I like standing on the rocks. Let me get over here. Let's scout this little place out and see if we can get lucky. It worked in the burbot. It might work in this. Who knows? It looked like a good spot to sightsee anyway. I see fish over here jumping. There's a fish. I don't know what he is. Let's see if there's even... You think they'd be in here at least. That or perch. It's got to be something small in here. They are in here. Alright, we need a big fish in a small pond, boys. That's what we need. Alright, back-to-back cast anyway. I don't think this one's big enough to mount to anything. What would be cool if there's no perch over here, but I would almost say that these guys are tandem. In other words, they're probably coupled with the perch, you would think. Oh, come on, bro. Okay, I'll flip cast it again. Let's do that, see if it works. See if I can get something to swim over to it. It kind of works like that in Fishing Planet too, if you never noticed. A lot of the species are kind of coupled together, which makes sense. I think it's the game's way of both fishing games of giving you the blocker fish, you know what I mean? There's always got to be the blockers, fellas. Okay, the hot spot's definitely to the right. So you would think I'm going to need to cast from here that away. Let's try over here. Got a perch finally? Yep, I was going to say they'd have to be over here. It would have been nice if they wasn't, but I almost can predict that one. I think they were jumping in the shallow right there too. I'll cast over there next. I didn't know if you noticed last night too, Richard. A couple of times I was catching them in a foot of water last night, which was funny. Yeah, if you notice, I was doing little flip casts and even getting them. It sure beats going through 1,000 bloodworms or whatever. And if they'll hit a number 9 on bloodworms and whatever everybody else is saying, now I didn't try going down to an 8. I could try going down to an 8, I guess. Probably a little slower bite rate. But considering Beaver's got his on a 10 and people are saying 8, Tom got one on a 7, so you would think this hook to 7 through 10 would work. I was just getting a really good bite on a 9. Got him with a speed change again. Perch, but it's a fish. Dude, they are jumping everywhere. Unimaginable. Well, there's only a limited nice places to cast over here. Let me try this corner. Perfect. Maybe there's a big one underneath that rock just hiding around that rock somewhere. Try to slow jig him out of there. No, this left side seems kind of dead over here, doesn't it? Try right there at the rock. Too far? Nope, just close enough. Oh, there's one jumping. Oh, faster pace. Got whatever was jumping out there. Perch or nuts? Good size one though. Grind it out and see if a gold will cycle through down here. Not saying it count, but makes a guy wonder. That's a perch, right? No, it is another sunfish. Richard, I don't know if your game will crash. Try turn off multiplayer and see if that helps you. If that doesn't help you, try going to Norway and then coming right back. Because if you noticed last night in my stream, I was even getting them at night. But as you can, yep. As you can see, I'm absolutely slaying them. They just won't let it cycle through for me. I don't know why. I don't know why gold won't cycle through. But I know I fished that upper map, but I just wanted to see if, since that burbot mission was like this, seeing if maybe if it's glitched out and you got to catch the sunfish down here in this little bitty pond. Maybe. But yeah, that's what was annoying me about this too. You cast bait out and you just sit there and you don't even get any bites, or you'll get several silver in a row and then it goes dead, or it's just completely dead no matter what hook size you try. There's definitely something wrong with this mission. I'm not sure what it is. But in their defense, they got so many missions, so many lakes, and it is a computer, so I'm sure there'll be little bugs. Almost have to be. There isn't almost any game you play. Starting the ASP tournament. Good luck, man. Well, I felt like that with the burbot too, but like I said, that Cheshire guy told me to go down to the lake below it, so I'm trying that same strat here just to see, because I mean, you're supposed to catch it up here as it's showing, but I mean, I've fished the heck out of this. I think everybody has trying to do this sunfish mission, but even on the, where's that other map at? Where was that one? Where was the burbot mission at? Is it down here? Oh yeah, like the burbot mission. The burbot mission, you're supposed to catch it here in that gold ring burbot, but the Cheshire guy told me to try this lake. Sure enough, I come down here and caught it like right in here. That gold ring burbot that was everybody was stuck on. I caught it right in there, so maybe it's glitched out, or maybe that's part of it. They just want you to look at another little spot. I mean, I don't want to go all the way up here. Short of coming down here or something weird. I don't know what else to try. But this makes sense. It's fairly close. Unless, is this a little mud hole? What is that right there? Yeah, I don't know. But I know I'm sick of sitting there staring at my bobber, so I'd rather spin fish for a while for it. At least I feel like I'm doing something. If it goes completely dead, I'll go back up there and try, but want to at least attempt it, fellas. Well, that sounds like a big fish jumping to my left. Hold on a second here. Weird though, 'cause I haven't got one bite to that left side. Not the far left. Got him. Got him with just a stationary jig. That's so funny. Oh, come on, bro. I wish they'd give us a little bit of a cast meter so you could see your distance. I'm getting better at judging it, but... Yep, definitely would. I tell you though, Richard, the more and more I've played this now, I'm actually digging the fish mechanics, man. Especially this jigging. Ah, so close, fellas. Or I should say the lure mechanics and the reeling mechanics are actually pretty amazing, man. What I'm noticing about this is, uh, like I said, when I fish for bass in real life, this is a lot how I'd use a rubber worm. A lot of speed changes, a lot of ups and downs with like a rubber worm. You do the same with fluke grubs and twin tails. Yeah, see, a lot of times I use lizards, crayfish, of course, or crawdads, rubber crawdads, and worms. I think on Fishing Planet they would call them newts, but we call them lizards for largemouth. But it's kind of the same erratic concept. But they seem to have nailed it pretty spot on this. One thing I would say, I'm going to probably put it up in a clip at some point. You know as well, probably watched me before, just kind of comparing the two games. Fishing Planet, I think, did a really extraordinary job on their crankbaits. We call that brush hogs or salamanders. Yep. Like I said, I think Fishing Planet on the crankbaits, the minnows, or we call them rapaws. But like that deep runner I use for sharks, when I talk about the reel and float where you entice the bite, I think on here they need to adjust because I've noticed just from playing with the crankbaits here on the Angler, the crankbaits are kind of boring, but it's the same kind of concept. If you know what I'm talking about, they nailed it on there, but on here they're off on it. So I hope at some point they look at that because, in other words, if I had a crankbait right here and if I was wanting to reel it, whether you're stop and go or reel and float or however you'd want to call it, where you if you're fishing in 7 foot of water and you got a 6 foot crankbait, that way you can brush the bottom, float up mid-surface, or work it. That way you can change a bunch of depths. On here, I've noticed it doesn't really entice a bite, and it should. In other words, if you're fishing with a crankbait on here, it kind of just bottoms out. It doesn't allow you to rise fast enough where you can entice a bite. I've noticed it doesn't seem to be in the game itself like it is on Fishing Planet. Now on the other end of things. The jigging on Fishing Planet is nowhere near as good as it is on this game. If you've noticed that as well, Richard. On there, the jigging on Fishing Planet is nowhere near as good as this. Just to kind of compare the two games. Yeah, they go the same depth and they're just boring. That's what I've noticed fishing for salmon and stuff. And sometimes even on the spoons on here fishing for salmon, it's just boring because you're like, you almost got to work it on top of the water or just cast it out there and reel it. To where I'd rather be able to get a lot of sinking action and that sort of thing, the erratic behavior that fish in general kind of like. But it seems to me on the jigging on here, they've got it spot on. See there, I was just going different depths, letting it fall, rising it, letting it fall. But for whatever reason, I just don't think they're going to cycle me through a gold no matter where I cast on this lake or pond. I mean, I can't go to a different spawn point and try to... Yep. The lake trout and the burbot too. The burbot for sure. But one thing I noticed too, like even on, if you look at the, let me see if I got one. Well, I don't have anything in here really catch, but see like, in real life I use, where are they at? Let me see, do I got a spinning rod set up? Let me see. Like in real life on, this for example. Okay, well they do got it twitching at least. But those are amazing. You can kind of jig with a spinner bait for bass. Where, you know, you can twitch it, let it fall, raise it, let it fall, let it rise, let it fall. Sometimes I don't understand on here why they have a spoon and it says only constant. You should be able to do the similar thing whether you're, you know what I mean, you're doing a constant retrieve, let it fall, opposite of letting a crankbait rise. So you should be able to let a spoon fall and, you know, initiate a strike. But for me on the salmon, from farming them briefly, this seems like you have to do that constant retrieve, which gets kind of boring, so to speak. In other words, you should be able to have, that's just my opinion, not to over nitpick, because I think the game's amazing so far, but I was just thinking in my head that I've noticed that as we were having this conversation. I got it to work a couple times on a muskie, but I've tried it quite a few times on the salmon, and I cannot get it to initiate a strike, whereas it should. Hi, babe. Yo, Eric, I play with my family at the moment, so there's some... Oh, okay, Tony. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, or a stop and go. Yep. Well, but yeah, is it at 3? Okay. Okay. But yeah, anyway, Richard, that's kind of the same thing. You know, stop and go, you can stop and let it fall. Just similarly. Alright, a few more fish here, guys, and I'm going to go up to that lake up there. I was just hoping maybe I could get lucky and get a gold one down here. I just don't know what is going on here. Okay, Tony, enjoy your day, man. You ate a red worm today? What are you guys doing, like a challenge? There used to be a show called Fear Factor, Tony. I don't know if you ever heard of it, with Joe Rogan. If you know who Joe Rogan is, they used to eat insects and that stuff for just like a little Fear Factor thing. So you going Fear Factor on me, man? Oh, you used to watch that show too? That's a good show. I wish they'd have kept going. I think they tried bringing it back, but it wasn't as good as it was or something. I can't remember. A bean with a earthworm flavor. That's funny, man. Dude, there's some... Hold on. That was a hog over there. Let me see what this is. No, it's disgusting, not funny. No, well, that's part of it, bro. Yeah, that was a good show, Richard. I love that Fear Factor show with Joe Rogan. Oh, your mom made a rotten egg. That's funny, Tony. There's a, are you talking about like those, what are they called, Ty? Was that the bamboozles? What was those? Bamboozlers? My daughter once had this little game thing. It came with jelly beans. I think it was called Bamboozled or something. And you could, both of you got a jelly bean, but one of them could be like labeled stinky feet or moldy cheese or something disgusting. The other one's the actual bean, but they both look alike. But it was like a little game. It was just jelly beans that you, the worst possible imagining tasting jelly bean you could, and then you'd have a normal jelly bean that tasted good. And you both got to pick one. One of you got the good bean, one of you got the bad bean. Ah, okay, I got you, Tony. Yeah, it's the same kind of a thing. You don't remember that, babe?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. It was pretty fun though, because you're in shock every time, like, oh man, is it going to be the good bean or the bad bean? But needless to say, after you lost a couple times in that, okay, I'm done with this game. I've had enough nasty beans. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you guys ever did the
Yeah.
that hot chip challenge either? I've always wanted to do that, where it's that Paco chip that's got Carolina Reaper seasoning on it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
Oh, your brother wants to. I have to. I like spicy stuff in general, but I think it would be fun to do. But yeah, they're so hot. They recommend that you wear gloves and stuff. I've watched a few people doing it on YouTube. I think too, I can't remember what the time limit was. It might have been 5 minutes. I think after you eat it, its entirety, you got to wait 5 minutes before you take a drink too, which sounds pretty excruciating. All right, boys, let me run back up here. Apparently, I'm not gonna get any. I think I've fished this little small thing out, so I don't know. There might be a gold ranked one in here. Who knows? Okay, this guy's definitely slower uphill for sure, which makes sense. There he goes. Now he's getting his pace. Alright, give me about 2 minutes too, guys. I'm going to run and get a drink real quick. I am out of coffee. I'll be right back, fellas. Enjoy the view. Oh, boys, I don't know, man. Richard, did you get your bite rate to improve, bro? I'm getting bites. Just I don't know where this guy could be. Good, good, good. Man. Oh, this thing. I'm gonna keep trying, boys. I don't know what else you can do in this mission. I still think the angler needs to look at this thing, though. At some point. I know a lot of people have invested a little more time than you think you should have to just for this one little mission. Hold on, let me look at something. Yeah, I got 850, so I assume, do you get the last 150 since that's the last? To get your reputation points is why I've been grinding this, fellas. I guess that's the goal of completing all these. So I'm at 850. Does that take me to 1,000 since I got everything else done? Or is there just the other little things that you... I mean, I got all of it done. Except for the golden tour. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what... I don't know what to say, Richard. It's like it's just either broke for the majority of the people or what, but... In other words, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying at it, but I mean, how much time should a guy have to invest in this? Mission Impossible on the panfish here. It really just feels like the gold just never spawns. I just don't know what. I could try going at the base over there, but it shows this icon near this dock, so it would make the most sense that it would be either around this dock or... Because it's like prompting you to be by these docks. On a lot of these little missions, I don't understand what's wrong with this one. I've been trying, Eric. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna try at this about another hour and a half, hour and somewhere in there. I got some more fishing plant comps to do today, but I wanted to come over here and give this one another good try. Also, Eric, I noticed I was saying earlier, but I came down here and tried this little thing because I know on another mission, a gold rank burbot mission, I was able to go below a lake and finish it because a guy that helped me out here on the channel accomplished another one. In other words, there was a mission for a gold burbot here. He ended up catching it down here, so I tried the same thing on that. Was able to duplicate it. So I don't know if that's the same thing here. Am I supposed to like catch this in a random spot somewhere else, or it's glitched out, or I mean, I don't want to go all the way up here to this lake, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I fished everything all the way over to here is what I'm saying. I've fished all of this. I've fished this. The only other thing I can think to try is maybe come down through here. Maybe it's in some weird random spot and it glitches out. I don't know. Yeah, see, and that's what happened on the burbot. So me and Richard were just talking about it because he was thinking about trying one of the other little smaller lakes around there. So I went and tried that little smaller pond and caught several silver and some bronze, but it never cycled through down there either. So I don't know. But it would make sense that it should be, around this dock somewhere, but it's just not. Earlier too, Eric, I got a .88. I caught a .88 silver. As close as you can get to getting the gold one. Well, assuming there's not a .89. I got a .88, but I know the .90 is a gold for sure because I got it in my journal there. So one would assume it's the gold start at .90 or .89. So I don't know, but I got a .88. Not sure. But yeah, I'm about to go down there and try or something. Well, that's at least a silver. Silver something. Just another nice silver. Oh, this guy. I don't know where. Where does the gold green sunfish spawn? Or does it spawn? Is it just broke? thing I can think of is it's just not in this lake. You gonna try something extreme? What are you gonna try, Richard? I'm about to try something extreme. I'm about to go see if they rent pumps on this game, and we're gonna pump this lake out and see if there's actually a gold rank sunfish in this thing. Because this guy's, I'm going on about 8 hours of man time on over 3 weeks trying this off and on in between fishing on Fishing Planet, and I mean, can we just pump the lake out? Well, yeah, we could just have water displacement. Have Tom did ramp his Jeep off the top of that cliff the other day, so I guess if we throw enough Jeeps in here, we'll just displace the water out of here. See, but that's what drives me crazy. I've sit and fished off that dock where that icon is. I don't know how long now. On different peaks. I don't know how many silvers I've caught. I've caught a .88 silver, which is pretty much a gold. But this will not give you a gold rank one. I'm gonna go down here, Billy. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna go try down here at the end. I'm going to go try where I have not tried, because I've pretty much fished from this rock that away. Unless it's in this puddle. Here, let me try it. Bear with me, boys. Let's see if I can flip cast in this puddle. Nope, won't let me. Can I flip cast into this puddle? Oh, I can. Hold on. Let me just sit here and slow jig this. Bear with me, boys. This is me getting annoyed on a mission that I've been stuck on for a hot minute. Is there a fish in that puddle? Slow jig it. There might. It might. Never know. I was catching them in a foot of water yesterday. Anybody that watched that stream. So there might be a fish in here. I don't know. Eyeballing that as I'm jigging here where those weeds come out, you know, potentially something could swim in there and get trapped. Maybe he's over here, he's trapped. Maybe when he spawns for you, he swims over here and gets trapped and everybody else is fishing over there and he's just sitting here in this little mud puddle. I don't know where this guy is. Yeah, I don't know where this guy is though. All jokes aside, fellas. I don't even know if there's a fish in here, fellas, but I'm like Richard. I'm trying the extremes. Well, what's a guy supposed to do at this point? I know I don't want to sit here and go through 3,000 bloodworms and 10,000 marshmallows. Oh, you're going to try a popper? Do they buy poppers? Maybe I should look at that too. I thought it was spinners and grubs and tubes, but I can't remember. Now I'm trying to figure out, am I fishing on dry land? No, it's still in the water. It says 3 inches of water. Or 4 inches, technically speaking. I'm in 4 inches of water here. I can actually see my grub out there. Oh, you caught a gold on a popper going for bass? That's funny. Alright, I don't think there's anything in that puddle, boys. It would have bit by now. Alright, let me go down here for a little bit, just for test purposes at this point. But like I said, you get so far away from that, it shows you the icon, but I mean, how much longer can I cast on that dock? I'm going to go all the way down here in the corner, boys. No, that looks pretty promising right there. Let me try these rocks. A gold copy on a crankbait? That's funny. Oh, we got a fish. What is it? It's either a silver perch or a silver. Hey, Jordan, what's going on, buddy? Oh my God, another .8. This thing is just broke. I'm over here on the angler, man. How'd that topwater custom go for you, Jordan? I'm going back over for the Jolly Carp there, probably about sometime around 1. I gotta get set. I'd say myself get time to get set up for it. I will play in the Jolly Carp, and I think there's something else over there. Ooh, good one, Jordan. Got you pick up 50 bait coins. Good stuff, man. I thought you'd have a chance at it. I'm glad you entered it, man. Good stuff, Jordan. Had one spot that held you up, Jordan. Lost by 4. Oh, man, so close. 50 bait coins, nonetheless. That's pretty good there. Oh, that's a hog. Oh, man. How many silver sunfish does a guy have to catch? There's something big jumping over there. Hit the shallows again over here and see. Keep her along at a good pace, and I'm going to drop it down as the closer it gets here. Just trying to get something to follow it. Oh, there's one over there. Come on over here, big boy. Are you a silver one or your gold one? Probably a silver. I don't think the gold one exists. Come on, bro. Where you at? You not hungry? It is hungry. Oh, he feels fat. Is this him? Oh my, no, it is. How? How? Are you guys watching this? What is going on in this mission? A .88 again. And just so I can put this in perspective again, fellas. Okay, that was .88. No, Eric, you wasn't tuned in earlier. Let me put this in perspective. That was a .88. That's the second one I've caught, Eric. Oh yeah, and sorry, Eric, I'll say something. But look, here's my point, Eric, while I'm going on this. Best weight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. .90. So is there a .89 silver sunfish, or does it as soon as you hit .90? So I'm .2 off twice now. This little guy here that I caught doing a different mission on, that's one of the misses, but just to prove the gold's at a .9, I'm catching a .88. How many gold sunfish do you have, or silver sunfish do you have to catch before this mission will kick in? That's a .8, so that's basically a max silver, is what I'm saying. That's driving me crazy on this mission. I don't know what has happened on this mission, but it's crazy. Also, Eric, you can catch that unique off the lighthouse or the beach over there in between the two buoys. I can't remember what spot. No, Tony, I haven't. I was just proving a point. I was proving a point there. Is I've caught a .88 twice over here now, or twice since I started the stream. Like, it just feels like it's busted. Or they're just gonna torch you until, I mean, how much pain can you put a guy through though? There's so many people stuck on this mission still too, which is, I'm sure, driving a lot of people crazy. And Josh was trying to help you there too, Eric, on getting that unique there on Fishing Planet. I think I got mine on a 3.0 casting spoon though, a 3.0 or a 4.0 casting spoon. If you struggle with the 6.0. Also, you should be able, if you I don't know if you got the major poppers unlocked on that tiger muskie. At the start of that cove, there's a little rock I'd have to show you sometime. But those tiger muskie are in a couple different spots. But a 5.0 or even a 3.0 major popper, if you got those unlocked, you could probably get that tiger muskie on easier than you would on a minnow. On Fishing Planet there, Eric. If you're doing the recatch, I assume. Or whatever mission you're on there. But I don't know why I can't get a gold rank green sunfish is beyond me at this point. It feels like it's just, it's glitched out or something still. It has to be. I mean, how many hours can a guy put in? That's a perch there. I can see that one. But it's fun to eat the beans. You're enjoying those nasty beans, Eric Kinsky. Yep. That is. Those things are fun. Those little food challenges. I like the spicy challenges. I think a little better than the nasty challenges on eating something. Shiners 5.0 for tigers. Josh is saying. Okay, you got a few beans to eat there in your food challenge with your family. Well, good luck, Tony. I hope you win, buddy. And make sure you save the nastiest beans for your dad, man. If he's playing. Is this another silver? We got a perch. What do we got? Bronze. You sitting in third on the ASP tournament, John? Nice, bro. You got that one down, man. If you can hold third, bro, that'll be like your third or fourth pedestal on that one. Good stuff, John. I'm going back over for the Jolly Carp and something else over there at some point, John. Oh, Bill's sitting in fifth. You're coaching him. Awesome. Tell him I said good luck, man. This will be my first empty cast, fellas. If I can't get one here that's 24 foot out, let me slow jig one and see if I can get one to swim over to it. Oh, fellas, it just feels like I'm fishing for silver. I hate that feeling. I hate the feeling like it's a mission impossible, in other words, fellas. I mean, when I've caught 2.88s, I'm going to keep trying, fellas, but hopefully, maybe Angler will relook at these things. I don't think that they intended this mission to be this difficult. Not when you're looking to progress through the game. In other words, a guy shouldn't have to spend this much time on one mission, should he? I just keep getting bites. It's probably perch, isn't it? No, there's sunfish. Alright, fellas, I guess just for test purposes, let me try one more over here. This looks so good right here.
Watch out. I need my foot. Oh. I know, I got my foot, Daddy.
I could try. I really just don't wanna. I was thinking in my head try and aid, but I just don't think it'll matter. Like again, I know my buddy King Beavers caught this thing on a 10 and eggs. My buddy Tom caught it on 7 and bloodworms. I think Nuke said a 9 and eggs or an 8 and eggs, and whoa, what do you do? I'm slaying them on a 9, the silver, so it should cycle through eventually. It just won't. I've tried off the dock. I'm trying to, in my head, have a checklist of things that I've tried on this thing, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's did it on something different. I know, Richard. It's just a stubborn party, but you need those reputation points, I think, for whatever reason, and it's just one of those things, and hopefully, I'm sure somebody else is probably still. I know they are working on these missions, so I'm not picking on them. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff for them to keep up on this game, I'm sure. But I mean, in other words, there's so many people that are struggling with this thing. I was hoping to just finally get one, at least be able to put it up and say, hey, this worked for me. It might work for you if your bait's not working. But I wonder how many time and hours and bait people have spent on this trying to get this thing and still have never got it. And obviously, you're right in the same boat with me, Richard. You've tried bait, you're trying lures. I mean, do I try a spinner? Is there something weird that we don't know? I mean, I understand the diamonds and stuff should be really hard to get, but this mission in particular should not be this difficult, and I think most people would agree with that. Should not have to put... I could see a couple hours. But this is starting to borderline insanity on this mission here, fellas. And then silver, silver, silver. I don't know. I don't know, fellas. I just don't know where else a guy could try. Is that a fish right there? No, it isn't a fish. Yeah, well, that's the thing is I've tried this with an 8. I've tried it with a 7. Not today, but I had in the past. I think I even tried doing a 10. But let me look at this again. Let me see something. What else does this guy like? I mean, we know we don't want to use a hot dog. I mean, so you got grub, tuber, or spinner. Minnow. Minnow makes no sense. I don't even think it's a bait thing. It's just... Oh, man. I don't know what it could be. To me, it just feels like it's just not... let me go over here. Let's go swim. I mean, short of it just spawning at a certain time and you only got a brief amount of time to catch it. But I know my buddy's D's Universe, I think Josh had said, caught his at night. And that was, you know, pre-patch. Or pre-update or whatever. It just doesn't feel like they... I don't think the developers meant it to be this difficult. Obviously, or they wouldn't have been trying to fix that. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. This might... It's starting to feel like an impossible mission, Eric. I don't know if it's... In other words, you can easily find a pattern or find something that'll end up working, but... I mean, when I've caught so many silvers that... I mean, they basically gave me 2 max silvers at the .88, so... meaning the lower end of the golds are at .90. You'd think eventually the game would just have to spawn you in at, you know, at least a .90. I'm not asking for a world record gold or a high-end gold ranked green sunfish, but I mean just one of them that qualifies to get the mission check, so to speak, would be great. I'll try a few casts over here, but I just don't want to sit and stare at a bobber with a number 7 for over and over when I know there's people that's got them on 8s, 9s, and 10s even. Everybody kind of saying it a little bit different of a bait, but just in that same, whether it's marshmallows or eggs or bloodworms. I mean, that's the main three that I've heard. Oh yeah, you've given up on a couple of the recatches. Yeah, I got mine done luckily, but I told you that story before, I think, Josh. I got hung up on the last fish I caught on Fishing Planet was supposed to be one of the easier to catch, the unique Oregon red band. That was the last fish I caught on Fishing Planet, so I guess those weird things can happen. I know you could probably catch that unique Oregon red banded falcon in your sleep, Josh. As good as you are at trout fishing, as much as you enjoy it. But for me, that was the last fish I caught on Fishing Planet on the recatch. Oddly enough, you know, I got held up a few hours or whatever on the unique Xander, but the Volga Xander, and I think the American Gizzard Shad is the other one. But nothing like that Oregon red band. But this one, out of missions and stuff, I've been hung up on video games and stuff before. This one, I just can't tell if it's broke or is it just going to cycle out or does it just not happen or I don't know. Is it just really random bad RNG? Is it just an RNG thing where it's eventually the computer drops one and you catch it, or I don't know. A .86. All right, Richard. Yep. Your first unique, I figured, seeing that was my last on the recatch anyway. I'm sure I caught it in the past before they redid that checklist or whatever. At some point I had to have, but
Hey, Buckaroo, down on the range if you need me.
you lived at Falcon and white moose. Yeah, I know you enjoy trout fishing a lot, man. One mission left on this thing, and I don't understand it. The sad part is, I think what's funny, I bet I'm catching these faster than almost you could with bait on a lure, and it still won't cycle through. Oh my god, I was getting a strike right when I heard that in. No, I should have waited. Is this it? 7 years later, is it gonna hit? The impossible fish? Ooh, he's jumping. Nope, this is silver. Oh, painful. I waited for you that time, buddy. Now the perch are going to start rolling in. I don't know, guys. Do you think this thing just doesn't spawn in this mission? fishy. Come on in here. Boys, I don't know. I think I'm fishing an impossible thing here. Seems impossible. Keep working my way to the dock. Keep trying. Perch are definitely here. Right in the way. Increase the speed here a little bit. Slow down. Okay, this side's definitely perch heavy. Let's try off the dock again. More a guy can do, really. Man, I wish this thing would just either spawn or if not, I'm gonna end up having to revisit this later. Surely they're aware that this thing is not working effectively. Where, oh where does the guy cast? That's gotta be a big sword or something. Perch? Oh man, I thought that was him for a second again. Gosh, man. How many .8s can a guy get? Me too, bro. That one was putting the stress up there on the old reel, if you didn't notice. I thought for sure it was... Thought it was going to be the gold. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I'm putting a lot of thought in this the best I can, but... I just don't have the... I don't know if I got the patience to just throw a 7 out there, but I've tried throwing a 7 on all the All the hook sizes it could, all the baits that's supposed to work for him. I've definitely fished at all kinds of different peaks. Thinking maybe it's an out of peak thing, even though it says it's a sun lover. You're supposed to catch it at night. Uh, this is something nice too, I think. uh, 0.86. Ah, gosh, boys. I don't even know what to say. Not 100% sure what to say, fellas. Hmm. Well, there's a nice one jumping out there. I think it's going slow now, fellas. That's the first time I'd have 2 empty casts since I started going for them. Starting to wonder if a guy's gonna have the energy to start home on their peak over here. Got 12:34. That comp starts at 1. I can try about another 45 minutes for this thing. Let me
Here's a fish, not bee fish.
It's 9 p.m., huh? Let me I don't know, let me throw a few more at it. Let's try this casting in front of the dock, maybe. Maybe there's a little sweet spot right there. Yep, it just went dead. Alright, let me try something fast. Hopefully it doesn't freeze me. I'm going to try to exit the main menu, go to a different map, and come back and see if it gives me a better peek. Hopefully it doesn't freeze me. I'll be slow with my button presses. Go to the Norway map briefly here, make a cast, and then come back and see what the peak does. What do I even have on this thing? I got a worm on it. Just trying to see if the time will adjust here. Oh, do I still got... Hold on a second. Let me try that. Turn multiplayer on. Hopefully that don't freeze me. Then when I join the lake, it'll change. Is that going to accelerate my peak? Let's hope. Yep, it's starting to move. it's accelerating, so I should be able to go exit main menu. Don't freeze. I swear if it froze, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll give it a second, fellas. This was supposed to be fixed. Pretty much. Feels like the in-game boss, and I think I'm froze again, fellas. They gotta get this stuff fixed. You should be able to change lobbies without your game freezing. Because therefore, this freezes my stuff, fellas. I don't know. I haven't played offline. I normally log on and go right into my stream. Not sure. Alright, fellas, it's froze. I think I'm going to take this opportunity, though, to go eat me a lunch real quick. And then you guys will see me back on Fishing Planet. I'm going to play in that Jolly Carp and one of those other ones. And I might come back this evening, go for this guy again, or maybe just give this mission a break and go fish for some gold trout or something. Do something to rank up. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. I'm going to go get me a lunch, boys. Appreciate you tuning in.